Hello and welcome to Basics of Baking with me, Upasana. Everybody loves a crisp khari biscuit or an aloo puff with an evening cup of tea. But what if I tell you that you can make all of this in your own home by making the hero ingredient, puff pastry? Puff pastry is available in many supermarkets in the frozen form, but it is extremely pleasurable to make your own puff pastry. So let's see how to go about it. Here I have 225 grams of all-purpose flour, that is Maida. That is almost 2 cups. To that I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix this well. Now start kneading the dough with 100 ml of chilled water. The water needs to be ice cold. Add your water bit by bit. This should be a smooth and soft dough, but please make sure that it is not too wet. Once your dough is ready, keep it aside for 15 minutes after covering it with a damp towel. It's been 15 minutes and our dough is well rested. Now it's time to roll it out. Put some flour on your workbench. And knead it for around 30 seconds. Now we are going to shape it in a rectangle. Give it a rough shape with the palm of your hands. Now roll it out in one direction. Keep shaping it with the help of a bench scraper. If you don't have a bench scraper, you can also use a palette knife for this. The length of this rectangle should be 3 times the size of the width. For example, the width is around 7 inches and the length is 21 inches. So in case your width is 6 inches, then your length should be 18 inches. Brush off any flour that is there on the surface. I'm using unsalted butter and it is around 160 grams. Now take 1/3 portion of your softened butter and we are going to divide it and put it on our dough. Leave 1/2 inch gap around the entire length of the dough. The consistency of the butter should be soft but not very soft that it comes out of your dough. I would suggest leaving it out on the bench at least 20 to 25 minutes before you start making your puff pastry. Now with the help of the back of the spoon, start spreading the butter as evenly as possible. Don't put too much pressure while doing this. I have spread the butter in 2/3 portion of the dough and I have left the 1/3 portion empty. I'm going to bring this portion and turn it on the buttered portion as evenly as possible. Now remove any excess flour that is there on the pastry. Now lift this buttered portion carefully and put it on top of this overturned portion. Once this process is done, lift your dough very carefully and place it on a cling film. Wrap it and put it in the fridge to chill for around 1 hour. We have to repeat this process 2 more times with the butter. You have to wait till your puff pastry is firm enough and then start with the rest of the process. Before you start rolling out your pastry dough for the second time, make sure that the sealed edge is on your left and the open edge is on your right. And again we have to start rolling out upwards and downwards. Now we have to put the dough in the fridge again for around 35 to 40 minutes or till the time the butter firms up. We have to repeat the same process one more time till all our butter is used up. Again, put this dough in the fridge for around 30 minutes or till the time your butter has firmed up. Our dough is out of the fridge and it is firm. I am rolling the dough again. Now I am going to fold this dough without the butter. This is called as blind folding. The top part goes first and the bottom part over it. So this blind folding process you have to do a total of 3 times. We have finished it one time, then again it goes in the fridge and then 2 more times. The folding of the puff pastry dough is done in total 6 times, 3 times with the butter and 3 times without the butter, that is blind folding. The making of the puff pastry sheets is slightly time consuming, but the result is excellent. You can make these puff pastry sheets and freeze them for up to 1 month. I hope you try this recipe at home and let us know your feedback. Until next time, bye-bye.